lovelies, welcome or welcome back to Love, Learn and Share with your girl, Ivan Shiko. So, guys, today I want to tell you a story of how industrial area made me cry. My work experience in industrial area. Those of you who have experience in the hands up. I don't know if a lot of people have an experience, but let me share mine. God. Anyway, it was around 2016. So around this time, I had not stayed in theater too long, and those of you who are in theater at that time will testify with me that theater was not, especially a freshly coming up company, was not financially, what do I say, financially positive towards your pocket. So this time I had just joined in, and my mom, we are cute. So I had just joined in. I was really excited about the acting and all that stuff. But the most exciting thing about theater was the traveling part. I couldn't wait to get away from home. Nitoke niache kuoshe hizo mavyombo and all that workload and just go and travel. But that was the most amazing part. So I joined theater with the interest of like I'll be traveling, and at the same time I'd be doing something I love, which is acting, which I never knew I could, but only came to find out soon that I was really good at it. So I joined and we traveled. Mind you, that time there was not this hii calendar matiange yenye imekuja inaharibu. By the way, we were traveling like 3 months. Now ukisikia ni 3 months, in like 3 months for real. We never used to come back home. Very rarely we did, even during midterms, because we could find like we are in this area. By the time these people go to midterm, it was that time when the midterms were not equal. Kama siku hizi venye when all the students go to midterm, it's midterm everywhere. Back then, you could find like the people in Rift Valley go to midterm this week, then those in Meru go the other week, So we never used to come back home. So I left and I signed a contract of how I was going to get paid. Oh my God. Little did I know that the group was not that big and the shows are not that big. So many of the shows that we performed that time were half pay, not full pace. So like the contract, oh God. So when we came back home, I was really excited for my first salary because I had never been paid for. This was going to be the first time when I was going to be paid. So I got paid, and when I went home, oh God, it was disappointing. It was like after 3 months of acting, I can't mention the price. Let's just say it was not as I expected. So my mom got angry, like, oh, you're not going back there. How can you come back with this amount of money after 3 months of traveling? You're not going back there. And when my mom says it, she has said it. You're not going back there. So I stuff happened, and I just convinced her, and I went back together with the help of the officials in my group, because I really wanted to travel and do the theater thing, even though the first attempt was not that good, with the hope that the next one was going to be better. The company is growing. So I got in the second time. Now the second time it was better, but it was still demoralizing because it was not like high where we expected. So this time my mom was like, that's it, haurudi huko tena, durasoka uko durasoka. So I have these aunties, but I don't know if you have these aunties who good advisors to moms. So this auntie of mine, she has I have a cousin, her daughter, she works in India, by the up to date. So my mom tells her about my situation, and my auntie is like, tells her daughter, simtafutie space huko. So she searches, and by some good luck, I managed to find a job in industrial area. I had never been there. I had never heard stories about Inda. This was going to be my first time. I didn't even know the direction of going there. So I go there for my first experience. I didn't know what job I was going to do. I just knew I was going to work, and it was going to be favorably paying. I was not sure. So I went the first day. Hey. So the thing is, we were supposed to get into the company before 7. Okay? So by 7, ikukute kwa gate ya kampuni juu ikifunguliwa hivi alafu ifungwe awezi ingia. So that means I was a casual. Those who come in are the ones who are in the payroll. So I had to be there so I woke up at 5. Nikaenda job by 7. I was there and I got in. God, so it's your first day. You don't know what to do, so you're waiting to be introduced to what you're doing. So I was introduced, then I was taken to my workplace. This is the way my workplace looked like. It was a big table with a big crate of ndimos. what andimus in English, hata jina inapotea because of how I was flabbergasted that day. Oh God, ilikuwa a big crate kubwa ya ndimu and a big bottle of those dispenser nini, you know them, the big one, the 20-liter one. So I'm like, okay, so what am I supposed to do here? And then that guy brings along like what do I don't know what it's called, but to screw in the lemons. Then he's like, hizi ndimu una squeeze out the juice, you fill this bottle. Guys, chupa ya 20 liter nijaze hivi ndimu mpaka ije. Oh God. And then the worst thing is that there's no sitting down, like no sitting down, no slacking. They were like, if you sit down you will be lazy. So the whole day tangu jo bianze, hey God, hapa tu. You guys, I don't know if you're seeing this. You get here this hand, you hold it with the other one, and you're like, until you fill that bottle. And then lunchtime comes. So you can't go far because you're only given 30 minutes for lunch. So I got out there, I was frustrated. I told you, urest, ukae chini kwanza upumzishe miguu ama ufanye nini, and it's your first day. So I got out there, I didn't have an appetite to eat. I came back until saa 10. And then we went back home. So I told my mom about how hectic the day was. And she was like, usijali labda kesho itakuwa better. So I slept. The next day I went early again. Back to the station. The same station, day 2. God, I'm telling you guys, it was bad. And then I didn't have money and my mom's situation was that good. So I was like, let me not disturb her. Let me just depend on myself with the small salary that I'd gotten from theater before I came here. So I decided, let me not eat lunch. I'll use this for fare. So lunchtime, I just went outside, sat, and then came back. Sometimes I would go there and just take chapati at 10 bob, eat, and then come back. So this one time, I observed how things were happening. Nika notice, hakuna mtu anapanga watu ati wewe unafanya hii job, especially if it's not your first day. I see people, we come, we pray, and then they disperse. Nikajiambia mimi kesho sirudi hapa kwa station ya ndimu, aki hakuna venye. So the next day I came early, tukaimba, tunaimbanga kwanza, tunaomba. Then after that, nikatoroka hapo nikaenda mbio sana kwa packaging. Hata hizi vitu tuchomele hizi makaratasi. Ilikuwa company by the way ya kutengeneza crepes, cheddar, hizo mavitu, tomato sauce, spices all round, you know. So and that has how it's been. I never went back to that anymore place. But then life was hard. Aki my first pay guy. Then this one time I did not even finish so every time I'm telling my mom like how it's been. This one time I find my auntie at home, and then I'm there complaining how it's hard and all that stuff. And then my auntie is telling me, Eva, usijali, unajua wewe ndio hata ulikuwa mwerevu huku kwetu, so ona hata kazini yako alifanya hapo casual miaka 2, sasa yeye ni secretary. Wewe hata utahitaji hiyo miaka 2 hivi tu, karibuni utapandishwa cheo. Kama ile mtake 2 years, mimi sasa 2 years. So I'm like, okay, let me hold on. Then this one time nikajikosea. So I'm like, I'm furious, I'm frustrated. They don't want me to go back to theater. So this one time sikuwa na do. And then there wakamba ndio wengi uko inda. So I hear them saying, okay, wanatembea kwenda home, there's a shortcut. So because I don't have fare for tomorrow, I decided let me walk with them. So we are walking, tunatembea. Little did I know that most of them were going to Paipu. Akiwa leo tulitembea Kagu kutoka Inda tukacross hata sijui za manjia. Wakafika Paipu, watu wakaanza kuisha, nikabaki solo. Kwani najua njia ya home kutoka huko juu. I've never been to Pipeline. All I just told myself is that bora tu najua home ni east side. So I kept walking in that direction until I got home. I've been standing the whole day. My legs are hurting so bad. I have walked. It's been, guy, I had a yellow jumper that day. I just put on my hood. I had a bag on my back and I walked crying. I was walking nalia na sauti. Ilikuwa mbaya. I walked crying. Nikafika home. I didn't talk to my mom. I didn't talk to anybody. I just took a shower and went straight kulala. Kabisa, mamangu akajua tu hapa kimeumana. The next day I woke up and went back to theater. And I told my mom I'm not going to that place again. Well, she didn't have the strength to tell me anything, so she just let me. Now, the funny thing is, okay, that was my experience. It was really bad because I never want to go back there again. You people, I don't know if If, by the way, if you have any experience with Inda, please put it down on the comment section. Share your story. Tell me if it was as frustrating, or did you hold on, or are you still working there? Or if you can come, we share that story here. If yours is hilarious, come, you can text me, inbox, WhatsApp, or Instagram, and you can come share your story here, right? But let me tell you guys, the other day I was walking to the supermarket here in Naivas, and I saw the spices from that company I was working for. You guys, nilienda nikainunua, nikajiambia this is for the pay of the things that I did in Inda. I went and bought it, and I came and cooked with it pilau masala and paprika. Cooked, and I told myself this is it. I don't even remember the name of the company, but you guys, it was hectic. So that is it. If you guys have experiences, come share them. And yeah, so that is all today. See you guys next time. It's been lovely having you. It's a pleasure as usual. It's been Ivan Shiko signing out.